Good morning. I put some trees up in the back, just because the sun is coming in really, really nice this morning. A little cool though. Oh, we had a hot weekend. It was 95 on Saturday, and it got to 89 yesterday. What a fabulous weekend. Welcome. My name is Carol, artist Onlytrees, and I am live with you. I was getting started early, and then I had to go outside and check out what the weather was going to be like to make my thought process. Am I going to sit outside later this morning, or if I was gonna just hang in here and get some work done? But I started. Oh, so what are you guys up to? You get your wire in front of you? I am um, playing today. So last night, I don't know, I twist wire until like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Does anybody else do that? So yeah, so last night I started on this. Um, what I'm going to do with it, I don't quite know yet. So this is a play tree. Sometimes when I get the chance to play with wire, I like to do things different. So last night my thought process was to do a willow tree with some of the wire that I had left over previously from trees that I've done previously. So I grabbed a bag of loops that I have created. Did you see that wall tree that I created? And those, my phone is going off, and I think, okay, nothing important. So where was I? Okay, so I grabbed wire, and the tree that I'm thinking about is the wall tree where I used the coppers. So in my loops, these are the loops. This is the copper, the amber, and then the non-tarnishing copper. So I did make my loops. These were from a few weeks ago. Excuse me. That morning talk when you haven't talked to anybody and then all of a sudden you're talking, that stuff that's in your throat. Okay. Um, so that's where I am. What I'm thinking is now, honestly, I have not done this before. Like I said, this is a play tree for me. So my thought process is with my loops, I am going to open them up. Let's see. All right, let's see if that works a little bit better. I'm going to open my loops up, and just one set here. Try to work that frog out of my throat this morning. But I went hiking this weekend. It was hot, uh, climbing up, and then um, ending up down at the river. But I live about 2 miles from the Appalachian Trail, and you know, you can only walk so far, and then you have to turn around and walk back. So it was hot, and then to be able to cool off your feet down at the water's edge was fun. And I also had uh, 3 out of 5 of my grandsons with me, so it was and my daughter was absolutely wonderful. So okay, so here I am, and this is, like I said, this is a play tree for me. I don't know how it's going to turn out, so, and I'm thinking about doing a willow tree, and these will be the branches that hang down from the willow tree. So, okay, so if this works, you guys, you guys are the first ones to see this happen. So my thought process is to go into that loop, pull it out, and then twist it, okay, and crimp it. All right. Pull the loop straight out, twist it, crimp it. Pull the loop straight out, twist it, and crimp it. And that's, I'm going to do that to all of these. So the other thing that I did this weekend was go into my YouTube and tried to organize that a little bit. So if you get on there and you're thinking, how did she do those pink dogwoods, or how did she make those flowers? I kind of redid my playlist so that maybe it makes more sense, because after a while it even got confusing to me. When somebody, you know, texts me through the business site, I try, it doesn't always work. Hi, Leanna, how are you? Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Um, I try to look for some video that I could link to maybe what might help as far as you know, what you're trying to accomplish on that particular day. So this is what my loops are kind of looking like. Okay. All right. Yeah, so okay, so I did work on that. And then the other thing, do you use do you only use copper wire, no aluminum? I do not use any aluminum. Most of the wire I use is copper or silver, and the past, I would say, 10 years, it has been the permanently colored color on copper wire or colored on silver wire. The silver wire is really expensive, but the colors that you get from that, just amazing. And then trying to blend those colors to do the shading. I don't use aluminum because I twist wire too tight, and aluminum wire for me is just too soft. And the other reason I don't use aluminum wire is because it doesn't hold the weight well for the amount of wire I put on the crown of the tree. Hi, Sonia. Good morning. You found me. Yeah, I'm here. You know, it's pretty hard to, pretty hard not to. Let's see, aluminum wire. Yes. Now, years ago, I absolutely did, but I had an issue with it. So that could be another reason why, for me, the aluminum wire just doesn't fit what I do. But the issue I had was I found some wire. Oh God. Okay, so we're talking a long time ago, but it was aluminum nickel compound wire, and it was an 18 gauge, and there was a lot of it, and I didn't want to waste it. And I don't use gloves. Now, if you use gloves and there is no, maybe this is all popping in my head from years back. The aluminum wire that is sold now is in colors and it's coated. So now it's all good. The aluminum wire that I used was aluminum, nickel, silver. It had no color on it or anything. It was just raw wire. And I had a lot of it and I didn't want to waste it. So I made some huge pine trees out of it. After the third tree that I created, it was eating the skin off of my fingers, and I literally had to take a break from the twisting. So I think that was my issue. And then with the twisting, I did recently make a pine tree out of aluminum, and it turned out, but the stability of the wire, um, it's not anything that, if you drop it, you have a lot of tweaking to bring those branches up, or if the crown of the tree is just so full, the gravity just pulls everything down. So depending on the gauge that you're using in the aluminum, um, but the price is much easier to handle. Uh, so yeah, silver wire goes right now for about $42 a pound. I have no idea what aluminum goes for. Raw copper right now is about $22 a pound. Non-tarnishing copper is a little bit more expensive. And the color wires like this, the amber that I'm using, that is a copper wire with the amber permanent color on top. So just a mixture of that. All right. Friday I had put a recorded video up and mentioned that I put a group together on Facebook. Now, this group is a private group. You've got to answer a couple of questions, and then because it's the group that I put together, it has to be okayed. And then once you're okayed into the group, then you can share your tree photos, start discussions, all of that kind of thing. And my thought process behind the group was just to open up the discussion and share photos of all of the cool works that Leanna, where I get my wire is from Paramount Wire. They're located now in, I think it's North Carolina. So it's United States wire. If you go through there, um, they don't really do discounts, but the quality of the wire that I get from there, I absolutely love. The customer service, and I don't get paid for this, guys. I'm to give that name out or anything. I am not in any way, except for that's where I go to buy my wire. That's where I go. But I found them about 6 years ago, and their customer service is wonderful. I've had no bad experiences with them. The only experiences that I'm having lately is getting a hold of wire. Wire is so hard to get in touch with. Now, there are so many different places you can get wire, industrial wire, that type of thing. But because I'm dealing with the colors now, that's who I use. So, okay, oh, I've got 2 more loops here. All right, and crimping. 1 more loop, and crimping. All right, so that's kind of what it looks like. Now, this is my thought process. Hi, Sandra. Good morning. How are you? Done. Mixture of oh, they disappear so fast. Another secret. I am not a fast reader. Okay, so I think it said, do I mix copper and aluminum? No, I haven't. The copper and silver is the only mixture that I've done. So my thought process is, because I want these to be branches, I want to bring these loops down. All right. And like I said, I don't know if this is going to work or not. Maybe I don't know. I figured if I do live, if it doesn't look good, we're all seeing it together, and it's not something I need to uh, go into. So basically what I'm doing is pushing all of these loops that I've straightened and crimped all in one direction. Again, this is going to take time. None of my trees are done in 2 hours. Each tree that I create, including making the loops, the roots, the trunk, the branches, and then putting the branches together, is anywhere between 12 and 15 hours for every tree. So yeah, it takes a lot. So this is my concept. This is what I'm thinking. All right, so that's my thought process. I've got a lot of loops to go through if that's what I'm doing, but I did start on my tree, and I'm going to make this one. I have no idea what kind of base or anything, so I'm just starting out. So a willow tree has one main trunk coming out of the ground and then breaks up into usually 3 or 4 lower trunks that then break up into branches. So that's what I think I'm going to start with. So maybe two smaller trunks coming out. Oh, I'm sorry, and I didn't tell you what I'm using here. I am using raw copper and brown 20 gauge wire. The length of my wire is 22 inches, and I have 120 strands that I'm using on this particular tree. So here's the first one. The reason I use that, knowing that the raw copper will tone down, it'll just give the trunk two different colors on there. So what are you guys working on? I have a couple trees that I'm going to be working on later this week. I just finished pink dogwood, and I've got a reeding tree, which is like a windswept tree with the green crown, copper. You might have seen some of those trees on my website. You can find me on Facebook, Onlytrees by Carol L. Mickey. You can find me on Pinterest, Instagram. I haven't done a whole lot on Instagram though yet. TikTok, basically TikTok is finished pieces that I do. And this group thing. Oh yeah, the group the group thing. It is called, and I'm sorry if you watched Friday's video. I said the group name was Twisting with Friends. So I went back into it, and it's Twisting Wire with Friends. So if you go into the search bar on Facebook or Meta, whatever we're calling it these days, I don't know. Go into the search bar, put in searching for Twisting Wire with Friends, and then in the next like level down off of the search bar after you hit search, I think it has like videos, pages, groups. There's like a menu of what it is you're looking for. So if you hit groups and then a pile, I never realized that twisting was used for so many different things. So you're gonna see a pile of twisting this, twisting that, twist with, twist, go all the way, scan all the way, keep scrolling down, you know, because there's only one member of the group, and right now that's me. So it's way down close to the bottom, but that's where it is. Once you hit that, you will see it's gonna say join group, and then after that, I don't know that, you know, what you will see, but you'll see wire trees in the banner on the top. If that's something that you're interested in, I'm hoping that you will be able to share your pictures right on there, and then we can build the inspiration between all of us, because the work that you guys are showing me is just absolutely fabulous. I love every single one of them. The amount of work that goes into twisting and learning the different techniques is just, you guys are amazing. Keep twisting, baby. All right. So now all of a sudden it's quiet. Let's get some twisting done. So I made 3 trunks. All right. So this is probably the easiest part, is to shape your tree, and you just let your fingers do the twisting. You're not putting too much thought process into it. Just letting your imagination going, feeling the tightness of the wire. And then if you're not quite liking the way it's twisting, you twist it a little bit more. Bring these branches around, building upward. Yeah, okay. I kind of like. All right, keep going. I don't want this tree to be too tall, because the loops that I've made, if you can see, you know, I don't go maybe another 3 inches. So I'm about 3.5 inches. I'm like over here. There's nobody over there. I'm about 3.5 inches here from my root system. And yes, I do wrap my roots because I sit and twist. I'm not at a table, so the root system sits on my lap pretty often, and then it gets your legs all scratched up. So yeah, this is maybe another 2 inches or so. All right. I'm splitting these branches off now. Not counting. I don't count. I just, you know, break the amount in half. Especially for fun trees that I don't have to have too much concentration on, and kind of relaxing. I don't really have to think about what my customer is looking for. It's just the idea of twisting to your heart's content. I don't know what to talk about. I'm here. You guys have any questions? Let me know. If it's about wire, I probably can answer them. If it's about life, still on the rainbow tree. You go, girl. You've been busy, so I totally get it. Totally get it. It's going to be gorgeous when it's all done. Is it a big one? Is the shape of the rainbow tree all rainbow on one side? Or do you have the colors in the center and going out this way? Oh, that's awesome. Yes, I'll be doing a rainbow tree later on this week, but all the colors will be going on to the one side. Most of the trees that I create are for to hold glass orbs. I do a collaboration with spirit pieces. So most of the trees that I do create are for those customers. And there are quite a few different wire tree artists on there. I don't know yet. Question was, will I make this willow like wind blown? Those trees are really cool, and I have had a lot of success with that. And again, using the copper and the silver wire will hold its shape um, a lot easier for a windswept willow when you're going to pack it up. Those are, those are things too that you need to think about, when you're shipping out. If you're used to shipping out your work, you can figure it out. You saw some of my packing up videos, just a lot of paper, a lot, a lot of paper to support those branches. But yeah, windswept, maybe that we'll just have to see. I mean, after I'm done with this video, maybe I will put this tree down and then work on it again um, next week. Uh, again, I'm gonna try to stick with Monday mornings at 9 o'clock. Now, summer is coming, and if something better shows up on my schedule, I might miss a Monday, but um, maybe I'll, through the group, Facebook group, Twisting Wire with Friends, I can put an announcement on there when I will be live. Because it's a private group, it will only be those who are interested in twisting wire together with the community. Coffee, guys. Did you get your coffee? Take a sip. If not, take a sip of your beverage. Stay hydrated. Anybody have had to do with that snow out west over the weekend while we had that 90-degree heat? I saw pictures on the news. I'm working on a big custom pine tree. Hi, Cheryl. Yay! All right. Yes. Fantastic. I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it. The customer's going to absolutely love it. It's putting all that love into it, all that twist into it. Yeah. And I think you're putting that onto a rock also. Yeah, very cool. All right, so now I'm getting there, twisting up those branches. My branches are getting a little bit thin. And in there, not counting, just twisting, building upward. All right. So being left-handed, right-handed, do you find yourself twisting just in one direction all your wires? For me too. I left-handed, so twisting all in one direction till I get to the point where I make my loops. Then I'm using one hand to twist one direction and one hand to twist in another direction. And let's see, we'll get up to that point. I'll give you an idea. should add music or something. It's too quiet. Okay. Now, you're seeing this center part of my tree with the branches direction. I'm pretty happy with the way this is looking. So because I'm thinking, okay, I was trying to find your group but didn't see it. Yeah, I think that it is all the way down at the bottom. I took my husband's phone. You know, when you're connected, um, everything that you go to is like right there in front of you. So I could not find it myself because it pops right on my phone for me, or tablet or computer, whatever it is. So I took my husband's phone, and that's what I did. I had to go into Facebook, then to the magnifying glass search bar, put in and I think I used capital letters, twisting, capital letter T, W, with twisting wire. Now I'm thinking. And then with was small case letters, and then friends was a capital F. Okay, so twisting wire with friends in the search bar. Hit the search button, and then there should be a menu of the colors going across. I've done it like, no, you're just too sweet. um, in the hit the search button, and then there should be a menu that goes like across the page, and then hit groups under search, and then scan or scroll through. I think I'm like at the very bottom, only because it is brand new group. It was just put up. There is only one member there, which is yours truly. And then if you come across it, you guys have to tell me. You can, go through the Onlytrees by Carol Mickey page and message me, or yeah, I think that's about it. And let me know if you find it, or I'll get a notification that someone is interested in joining, and we can go from there. So I don't know how it works. This is all kind of new to me. So all right. So my thought process is, I want not for the gravity to take over for this tree. So I'm thinking about taking, and you can hardly, let's see. Okay, I'm taking this branch on this side, and this branch this side. All right. Maybe, you know what, Carol, it's wired. Just bend it out of the way. All right, there you go. You can see I'm going to work on these guys. All right. So make 2 more branches out of here. And then I have, this branch has 3 wires on one side and 5 on the other. All right. So I'm going to take these 3 and I am going to make, see, it is confusing on camera. Okay, so I have, do you see I have these? I have these 3 wires here. Again, play tree. We'll see what this turns out like. But I am going to make a loop, all right? Me and my loops. So I have probably about 10 inches here. I'm going to make a loop about 5 inches back into, holding holding the end of the wire, not the end. So I had about 10. I have about 4 inches now, so I have about 2 inches that I am holding on to. Okay, taking it into the V. All right. Now with the 2 branches, and now the loop, 2 branches, and the loop, I'm going to bring them together and twist 3 half turns, 2, 3, that locks it in place. Now for the other side, where I had the 5 branches, okay, these are the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this small 2-inch leftover that I had from the loop. Okay, you can see that. All right, and I'm down here at the V. Okay, I'm going to bring that up here. All right, now I have 2 wires and 3 wires, and this leftover piece, I'm going to bring it in and twist just to lock it in place for now. 3 half turns, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, this is what I have. All right, so my loop, this is the loop. These are the 2 pieces of wire left over. This is the other side. Locked them into place. Here's my little piece that was left over. I have them now locked in with 2 branches. And then I have my 3 branches, or 3 pieces of wire over here. I'm going to make this a little bit longer, so I'm twisting. Now bring it back up so I can look at it. Okay, now this is the branch that I was working on prior. Bring these wires down. This one here, this one here. And I'm going to do a crossover, but I'm looking at this and reading the wire. So naturally, just looking at this, I'm seeing that if I bring, where's that? If I bring this branch over to this branch, so this one here, and this one here is the one that I made. This one has the loop in it. Look at it. All right. Okay, so my thought process now is like I'm reading that wire and there's still too much of a gap to make it not look natural, so I want to make this a little bit longer. Again, looking at the wire, that's starting to look better. Reading the wire. So what I want to do here is kind of just connect the two. This will give me the support I'm looking for in the middle of the tree. So now here comes a different part. Taking my wire cutters, and I'm going to clip the loop. Okay, clipping the loop. Straightening that out. Now, while I'm reading the wire, I'm seeing that my wire is going in one direction. I want only one of these wires to go in that direction. So I'm connecting one side of the tree to the other side of the tree for the support in the middle. All right. So I'm seeing my direction, I'm looking at it. I have the wire going to the right. So I'm taking this one loop that I cut, and I'm bringing it into the same direction of wire. All right. So, and then my other loop is here. There's too many wires here to look at. It's confusing. Okay, this is my other loop. Branches. That I'm going to continue on. That's still the same branch. There's no connection yet. But this other part of the loop that I cut, okay, I see that my wire, me looking at it, the wire is going to the right. I want this branch to be connected. So I'm taking that one piece of the loop and bringing it in, twisting 3 half turns. Now I have this connected. All right. And it looks like the branch is, when you're looking at it from your end, you're seeing this branch right here. It's going across. So when you're looking at a tree in your yard or whatever, we are seeing it in 3D, but if you're looking at a picture of the tree, you see branches crisscrossing back and forth all the time. So depending on how much weight you're putting on the crown of the tree, you're looking for some support for that huge crown. So this is one of the things that I like to do, and because this is a practice tree for me, I don't get a chance to do this very often. So this is something that to keep playing with, and know that it's something that you can use in your processes. So there you go. That just gives me a little bit more support. All right, so there we go. That's a connection, and I will be moving up. And because this is the middle of the tree and I have this one branch, I am going to now use this loop because I want to give it fullness inside the tree and outside, like the inside where the branches are, and then again on the outside. So I'm going to connect this just to show you guys, and then you know, make my determinations from that point. I keep looking over here. You guys aren't over here. You're over there. All right, so here we go. This is the top. All of my loops have been pulled, crimped, going downward. I'm going to go into this first inside here. All right. I'm going to go into it. All right. Oh man, it's wires. This is easier said than done. Okay. So into the V. All right. And then connecting I have all of these strands here. A little bit confusing, but I want to get in here and do a 3.5 turn. Why do I have? Okay. Thinking out loud here. All right, so this is the end of my loop that I cut. These are the 3 strands from the loops that I made. There's 3 strands from the loops. This is the loop that I cut in the branch. I want to do 3 half turns. 1, 2, 3. And then, just for the heck of it, kind of shape it down. Now this gives you absolutely no clue to what it looks like. All right. This is my effect, guys. All right. Back there. Yeah. Alright, so that's what I'm doing. I'm playing today. If this turns out, it'll be absolutely wonderful, I'm sure, but that's where I am, that's what I'm doing. Continue to get inspired, take time for yourself, get out there. If you have a beautiful day, take 15, 20, half hour for yourself. You just gave me another tree to try. Yay! See, there are so many trees out there that we can be inspired for. The ones that come out of the rocks. Like, how does that happen? You know, just that little bit of moisture and dirt collection and old leaves, and then all of a sudden it roots itself into that debris collected in that crack of the rock, and the next thing you know, years later, there is a tree growing out of it. Yeah, nature. It's just... stay inspired, guys. You got this. There are so many different ways to create wire trees. There is no wrong way of creating and twisting wire. This is me being me, doing what I love to do, and able to share it with you is just awesome. We have come a long way in technology. Best doing classes, something that you can hook into and just twist together, listening to a crazy old lady who has something to share. All right, guys, thank you. Thank you for watching. I had couple people here today. This is awesome. We can all learn together. Hopefully, you'll find my group. If not, you know what? Good things take time and we will figure it out. Love you guys. Have an awesome day and we will talk soon. You guys are welcome. Thank you for being here. All right. I need to find the X. X and out, and then I'll put this in the playlist Twisting Wire with Friends right here on YouTube so you can enjoy it, you know, at 2 o'clock in the morning if you need to. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.